Namaste and welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and on this channel, I am the Manifesting Yogini. Today's practice is titled Boundless Boundaries. In a perfect world, we might believe we wouldn't need boundaries at all, that we could shape a reality so aligned, so harmonious, that nothing would ever need to be turned away. But there's a paradox here because boundaries, in a way, don't really exist. Every no is a yes to something else, and every yes is a no to something else. So it's not really about the boundary itself, it's about how we relate to it, how we relate to the energy of a no or a yes, and what that creates within our nervous systems. For those who learn boundaries early in life, adulthood can feel well adjusted, like a space of exploration, of joy, expansion, because those boundaries are already integrated. They don't require much thought or energy. But for those who had more difficult start or didn't learn boundaries early on, or are learning them even into adulthood, life becomes a space of creating safety, healing, and building boundaries from the ground up. And if you resonate with me in this channel, you might find yourself in the second experience. You can move through life reacting, putting out fires based on your tolerance for discomfort, looking outward to decide which fires to keep you warm and which ones need to be extinguished. You can become very skilled at making choices based on preferences, but those preferences are often shaped by comfort. You might say yes because it's uncomfortable to say no, or no because it's uncomfortable to say yes. And while this isn't wrong, it can even feel liberating at times. It can also keep us within the edges of what feels comfortable, limiting our capacity to grow beyond it. This is where boundless boundaries begin, where boundaries no longer confine, but gently guide you back to who you are becoming. It begins when you turn inward and get clear on what it is you're creating. When you begin to know yourself as the creator, the question shifts. Instead of asking, can I tolerate this? You begin to ask, does this align with what I'm creating? From that place, you are no longer led by preferences or avoidance, but guided by a deeper, more expansive capacity for yes. So with that, gather any props that feel supportive, put on any music that resonates with you, and let's begin. So find your way into a comfortable seat for chanting Om. We'll start by taking a deep breath in, filling up to capacity. And when you find you're at the end of the inhale, see if you can take another deep sip of air. And exhale, let the air out. Inhale into Om. Continuing to breathe normally in and out through the nose. We'll come to reclined on your backs for constructive rest. So once you find yourself reclined here, bring the feet wide apart, mats width apart, and the knees together. Hands can be on the rib cage or by your side, palms open for receiving. And just checking in here with the body, noticing. Yoga is a self-governing practice, meaning everything that I instruct and practice today is generally an invitation, exploring different ways we can inhabit the body and holding on to our sense of self and awareness throughout the practice. Inviting you through this practice to notice where you start to move from intentionality with the postures into tolerance of the postures. And see if you can shift away back into awareness. So let go of comparison of who you were yesterday, of what this practice might have looked like 10 years ago, a day ago, a week ago. We are always going to express this practice, and our limits and tolerances and boundaries are going to change depending on how energy expresses itself day to day within the body. From here, we're going to start to rock the knees side to side, inviting some space here between the legs so we don't stack the knees on top of each other. If you'd like to move the head in the opposite direction of the knees, go right ahead. And once both knees fall to the right, stay here. Draw the left knee into the chest and over to the left armpit. So we're on the pinky toe edge of the right foot. The right knee is falling to the side and the left knee is into the armpit. You can stay right here or maybe grab behind the hamstring, flexing the foot towards the ceiling into a bit of a half happy baby. If you can reach peace fingers around big toes, you might be a little bit cold here. You haven't done much warm up yet. Or maybe you can find the outer edge of the pinky toe, outer edge of the foot here for just a half happy baby. And bend the knee, draw the knee back into the chest, extend that right leg long, flex through the foot, and then drawing the knee over to the right, maybe extending the left arm, gaze towards the hands into a reclined twist. Breath into the abdomen, exhale, let go. Drawing the knee back to center, bring both knees into the chest, into Apanasana. And placing the left foot down, walk it about mat's width and come to the pinky toe edge of the foot, letting that left knee just fall out to the side. And the right knee comes into the armpit of the right arm. So in that direction and flexing through the foot. Maybe you just come from the inside of the leg, grabbing the hamstring of the leg. Maybe you can find peace fingers around big toe, or reaching from the inside of the leg, finding the outer edge of the foot. So right away, finding your threshold and noticing here how the threshold is not limiting you, but holding you. Extending the left leg, releasing the foot if you have the bind, and drawing the knee into the chest. With the left hand, knee comes over to the left. Extend the right arm, maybe gaze towards the right fingertips, and breathe here. Inhale, drawing the right knee into the chest. Bring both knees into the chest. Bring both hands behind the hamstring. And you can cross the ankles here and start to rock and roll. Bring the spine into a C curve, not rocking over onto the head. And uncross the ankles if they're crossed. Hands behind the thighs. And come up to your Ardha Navasana boat pose, pressing the balls of the feet away. Spread the toes nice and wide. Squeeze the thighs together. Stay here, straighten through the legs. Stay right here, or reach fingertips forward. Cross at the ankles and roll over the shins. Come into tabletop position. And moving through cat-cows. Belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round through the spine, chin tucks under. Moving in unison with breath. Walk the hands about a palm's distance forward. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips. Down dog. Your first down dog, inviting any movement here. Observing what feels wise in your body today. Maybe saying yes or no with the head. Rocking the heels side to side. Or just inviting some relative stillness here in this posture. And from here, shifting forward into a plank, lowering all the way down to the belly. Extending the right arm by your side, kicking the left leg up, bending through the knee. From here, we'll roll onto the right shoulder. Maybe the left foot comes in front of the leg or maybe behind the leg. For your scorpion. And then returning back to center, right hand underneath the right shoulder. Extend the left arm and rolling onto that left hip, bending through the right knee. Maybe the right foot finds the floor on either side of the leg. Returning back to the abdomen, pressing up, and right back through to a child's pose. Bring the knees wide apart, toes to touch. Sit the hips towards the heels and reach the palms forward. And then walking your hands back to your knees, we'll come to Virasana. So seated on the heels, bring the knees together. And inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling, lengthen the ears away from the shoulders, placing the left hand down by your side. And the right hand comes behind the head, pointing the elbow towards the ceiling, pressing the back of the head into the hand. Side bend over to the left. Returning back to center. Now bring the left hand behind the head and then twist to the left. Coming back to center, reaching fingertips up towards the ceiling. Once again, bring the right hand down. Left hand reaches overhead and then behind your head. Press the head gently into the hands as you peel open the chest. Left elbow reaches towards the ceiling. And then back to center, bring both hands behind the head and twisting to the right. Keep pressing through the shins. And then back to center, release the hands, walk the toes under, and float the knees up off the floor, coming into a low squat. Hands can be at heart center or the floor if you need a little bit more balance here. We'll straighten through the legs and into a forward fold. Bring the feet about hips distance apart and just hang out here into a ragdoll. Into your ragdoll, receiving elbows, perhaps swaying side to side. Release the elbows if you have them, press into the feet, and slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders are last to arrive. And from here, lift and spread your toes. Feel the arches of the feet lift. And from here, we'll walk forward with the toes lifted to the front of the mat and soften the toes back down to the earth. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, draw them down the back, stretch the fingertips towards the earth and soft, supple knees. And from here, feet are about hips distance apart. Sit the hips nice and low into a chair pose. Maybe fingertips can find the earth. Palms press forward. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the right hand back behind you. Left hand reaches forward into a twist. And reach that left hand to the inside of the right leg. So finding now a twist from here. Lifting the left heel up off the floor. Step the left foot back. Big step back into a low lunge. Reaching right fingertips up towards the ceiling into a twist. Inhale. Exhale, place the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Turn the left heel down. So we're now in warrior two legs. Pressing the right arm into the leg. The right hand can be lifted if you need. And into an extended side angle. You can place the left hand onto the left hip here. Or maybe reach left hand behind the head. Press the head into the hand. Rotate the toes towards the long edge of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. Any expression you'd like with the arms, that's up to you. Turn the left toes out. Come to Skandasana towards the back of the mat. Press the left hip back. Try not to sink into the heel here. Instead, keep the heel grounded to the floor and press the hips away from the heel. Hands can be at heart center. And turning all 10 toes towards the back of the mat, place the right knee down into a low Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach fingertips up towards the ceiling, hooking thumbs together overhead. Inhale, exhale, place the hands to either side of the front foot, tuck the back toe under and step the left foot to meet the right. Flow through your vinyasa, lowering down. Hands drag towards the feet, tops of the feet press into the mat. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, press up and back, down dog. Inhale, right foot lifts, three-legged dog. Bend through the right knee and stack the right hip. Inhale. Exhale, draw right knee to right tricep. And step the right foot to the outside of the right hand into your lizard lunge. Place the left knee down if you need, or keep the left knee lifted, but keep the heart pulling forward. You can also come to elbows here if you're warm enough. And then straightening through both legs into a bit of a funky pyramid pose. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, sit down, swing the hips through between the heels into a Malasana squat. Release the hands, tuck the chin under, lift the hips, heel toe the feet in. Inhale with a flat back, rising all the way up to standing. Hands come through to heart center and by your side to Tadasana mountain pose. Take a breath here. And sit right back through to Utkatasana chair. Inhale. Exhale, twist open to the left. Reaching right hand forward, place the right hand to the inside of the right foot. As you step the right foot back, come into a twisted lunge. Inhale. Exhale, place the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Turn the right toes out. Extended side angle. You can keep the right hand to the right hip, but keep at that isometric press of thigh, knee into arm, arm into knee. From here, maybe bring the right hand behind the head and peel the elbow towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, turn all 10 toes wide, legged forward fold. Turn right toes out and Skandasana to the back of the mat. Spin yourself around to the back of the mat. Place the left knee down, Anjaneyasana. Hooking opposite thumb behind. Gently press through the back foot to take some weight up off that knee. Release the hands down. Step the right foot back, down dog. Inhale forward into plank, lowering halfway or all the way. Arching up, Bhujangasana or Cobra, up dog. Pressing up and back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and stack the hip. Swing that left knee so it's the outside of the left tricep. And step the left foot forward. Come into your lizard lunge. You can place the elbows down, place the knee down. Find the place of intentionality, not just tolerance through these postures. Heart pulls forward, leading with the heart. And with back toes tucked, straighten through both legs into this funky pyramid. Stepping the right foot to the outside of the right hand, sit down into your Malasana squat. Release the hands, tuck the chin under, lift the hips, heel toe the feet about hips distance apart. And right into a chair pose. So sit the hips down, reach the palms forward. Lift just the left heel up off the floor, and the left knee comes about hip height. And find that twist from here. Reach left hand forward, right hand back. As you do so, extend the left leg back. Reach that left hand. Maybe find the inside of the right foot into your low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate that left heel down. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot for extended side angle. You can bring the left hand right behind the head or to the hip. And from here, straighten through the front leg. So now we're in a bit of a twisted Trikonasana. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Turn the left toes out, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Anjaneyasana, placing the right knee down, hips draw square forward. Inhale, hooking the opposite thumb on top, behind. Exhale, sweep the arms back behind you, straighten through the front leg into your flying monkey, half Hanumasana. Soften through the left knee, step the left foot back to meet the right, down dog. Inhale forward, draws you into plank, lowering down halfway all the way. Inhale, arching up, cobra or up dog. If you're in up dog, thighs are up off the floor, low belly lifts. Exhale, rolling over the toes, press back, down dog. Toes together, inhale, right foot lifts, three-legged dog, bend the knee and stack the hip. Inhale, exhale, draw knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep. And then into your lizard lunge. Notice here if the lizard maybe needs a little less, a little bit more. Moving with your own boundaries, your own intentions through these postures, honoring your body along the way. Tuck the back toes under, straighten through both legs. Stepping the left foot to the outside of the left hand. This time just come about halfway into your Malasana. Keep the heels to the ground and reach fingertips forward. Exhale, fold over the legs, heel toe the feet in. Sit down into your chair, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lifting just the right knee, right heel up, lift right knee hip height. And twisting to the left, reach the right leg back behind you. Find a balance here. Inhale, exhale, place the right toes down, right hand down into your twisted lunge. Inhale, exhale, left hand to the inside of the left foot, right heel down, extended side angle, and straighten through the left leg. Inhale, exhale, turn yourself wide-legged forward fold. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Bend through that right knee, press the hip back. And then turn yourself into Anjaneyasana, left knee down. Thumbs hook overhead. And flying monkey. Toes flex towards your face, palms reach back behind you. This isn't a passive reach. Really engage the muscles at the back. Press the palms back. And soften through the right knee. Float back into a down dog. Inhale, plank, lowering down halfway, all the way. Inhale, arching up. Exhale, press up and back. Down dog. Toes together. Inhale, left foot, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Inhale. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left tricep. And step forward into your lizard. Inhale, lengthen here through the spine. Exhale, straighten through both legs. Pyramid. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand and just sit halfway into your Malasana, reaching fingertips forward. Inhale, exhale, straighten through the legs, heel toe the feet in about hips distance apart, forward fold, press through the feet. Inhale, rising on up to standing, and right back through to Utkatasana, chair pose. Left heel lifts, lifting the left knee hip height. Extend the left leg behind you, reach the left hand forward, find a balance here. Maybe you can find a bind here, grabbing the left foot with the right hand and placing the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Step the left foot back, big step back into your twisted low lunge. Inhale, exhale, place the right hand to the inside of the right foot, turn the left heel down. And just warrior two, arms right back into warrior two. So we're going to invite a bind here in our extended side angle. So first come into reverse your warrior. Left arm down, right arm reaches up. And then exhale, draw into extended side angle. But if you want to invite a bind here, you're going to press the hip back. So almost like you're coming into a skandasana, pressing the hip back, reaching the right hand underneath, left hand behind you, and then the hips draw back to center. Now, this was something that I sometimes can do, and I don't always can do. So that's why I like to use a strap for this. If you like the bind, you don't need a strap. You don't need even to clasp your hands. But I'm demonstrating Bird of Paradise today, so I need the strap here to demonstrate. But if your hands are clasped behind the back, what you can do is you can step the left foot forward and find your balance here, pressing through the left leg into your Bird of Paradise. And maybe straighten through that right leg. And then coming back down, right through to wide-legged forward fold. Turn the left toes out, skandasana to the back of the mat. And spin yourself around, place the right knee down softly. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. One breath, one movement. Exhale, flex the toes towards your face, flying monkey. In. Place both hands to either side of the front foot, step the left foot back. Down dog. Option for Vinyasa. Right foot, three-legged dog. Stack the hip, bend the knee. Inhale, exhale, draw the shin forward. Come into a pigeon pose. Walk the left leg back. I like to peek behind my right shoulder and lift that knee a few times. And allowing your threshold to hold you here instead of negotiating with it. If your hip is lifted quite high, you might like a block. And into your reclined pigeon. From your pigeon pose, rock over onto the right hip. Swing that left leg forward. Cross left knee over the right and twist to the left. And then spin the chest forward. From here, we're going to play with coming into a half moon. So if you need a block here underneath the left hand, grab a block. But we'll pour weight through that left foot and float the right leg up Peeling the chest open into half moon. And exhale, release right foot to meet left. You may have wandered a little bit away from the mat. If you did, come back to the mat into your forward fold. Sit the hips down, Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift just the right heel up, straighten through the left leg, right knee, hip height, find a balance. Reach right arm forward, left arm back, and find that balance, reaching the right leg back. Maybe you can find the bind with the left hand to right foot. If you do, maybe you can reach the right hand to the floor and step the right foot back into your twisted lunge. Inhale, exhale, place the left hand to the inside of the left foot and right up through to warrior two. Flip the left palm open, reach the left hand forward, up and back. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle, left elbow to left thigh. This is all levels class, so pick where you are in your practice. If you'd like to play with the bind, reach the right hand back behind you, palm facing out. Left hand comes under. As the left hand comes under, the hips swing on back, and you find maybe the opposite hand. If you don't, that's okay, but think of broadening through the collarbone here. If you'd like to play with bird of paradise on this side, that is for you to choose. I need the strap to demonstrate. And walking the right foot in, the left knee lifts. And it looks a little different without the strap. And extend the leg. These are things that I used to be able to do, so I do feel qualified to teach them. That's called qualified with a bit of tired. I'm qualified. And then walk yourself over to wide-legged forward fold, wherever you are. Find some rest here. And then turn the right toes out, bend through the right knee into Skandasana. And into your Anjaneyasana. Inhale. One breath, one movement. Exhale, straighten through the front leg, flying monkey. Soften through the right knee, step the right foot back, down dog. One final vinyasa of class, or you can skip it. Lowering down, arching up. Hips lift back, down dog. Left foot, three-legged dog. Stack the hip, bend the knee, and swing the shin in the direction of parallel. It doesn't have to be parallel. Into your pigeon, walking the right leg back. You can always do this. Bending, an option here is to bend the right knee. Shin comes parallel, and you're sitting like this. That's an option for your pigeon as well. It's less of a hip flexor opener, but this doesn't really do much for the hip flexor anyway, at least not in my body. If you want, you can always peek behind, tuck the back toe under, lift the knee a few times. That's my favorite thing to do in this posture. But wherever you are, notice, see what you can let go. And then Rocking over onto the left hip, swing that right leg forward, cross the right knee over the left into Gomukhasana, cow face legs. Inhale, reach fingertips up towards the ceiling and twist open to the right. And then twisting back to the other side. Maybe you find a block here, pressing into the right foot and opening up into your half crescent moon. And right back through to forward fold. If you wandered off the mat, come right back to the mat. And heel toe the feet out for one more Malasana squat. And hands come behind you. Come into bound angle, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, lean forward. Think of lengthening one more time. Inhale, lift just halfway, and fold forward. Inhale, exhale, walk yourself back up. Bring your hands to your knees and bring the knees together. Reach the fingertips forward. C curve with the spine and slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time. When you arrive, lift the hips up just slightly. Rock over onto the right hip or the right glute and draw the knees into the chest and over to the right hand side. Arms can be extended by your side. I like to give myself goalpost arms here with elbows bent. You can add a little bit of assist by placing the right hand onto the left knee and maybe gaze towards the left. Breathing into the abdomen. And with core engaged, draw the knees back to center. Place the soles of the feet to the mat. Lift the hips slightly and over onto the left hip. Draw the knees into the chest and over onto the left. Gaze towards the right, maybe left hand onto right knee. And drawing the knees back to center. Bring your knees wide to the armpits, flex to the feet, press them towards the ceiling. Maybe you just reach and find the hamstrings, drawing the knees towards the armpits, maybe peace fingers around big toes, or maybe to the outsides of the feet for one final happy baby pose. And notice if this feels a little different than the beginning of class. That's because you've warmed up. Flexibility isn't about how much you stay in the postures or practice the stretching. It's really about warming up the body, preparing it. It's about 95%. That's what makes flexibility work through the nervous system. Preparation, readiness, tapas, heat. It's the place where our capacity for these postures begin to expand and hold us, create some ease through the body. And drawing the knees into the chest once again. Extend the legs out long for Shavasana. If you would like a guided Shavasana, head on over to the description below. Otherwise, this is where I will leave you, and I'm giving you the opportunity to turn off the devices